Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure, and we've finally made it. Our first story mission since the very first video of this series. And in fact, we're doing nothing but story missions in the main part of this series from here until the culminating mission of the game. I'll continue to drop kind of randomish videos on Saturdays, but anyway, the plan is from here on out, we're doing a story mission every single Monday and Thursday. So, just to remind you of where we've been, in the very first video of this series, we tackled two cutscene missions, and technically the two of them together combined for a single mission, a single objective point. The first cutscene was called In the Beginning, and then the second cutscene was called An Old Friend. That's where we talked to our old buddy Sonny Forelli and let him know the bad news that we don't have his money and we don't have his drugs. It was a setup when we were supposed to meet Lance Vance and his brother and exchange money for drugs, and it didn't work. So Sonny was understandably a bit upset, and he's probably not thrilled with us now that we've spent the last 21 videos not progressing the story, not looking for the guys who stole his money, not looking for the drugs that he thinks belongs to him. So we're going to start rectifying that in this video. The very last video we did, we tackled Vigilante, and that was the last thing that we could do in this game to increase our in-game percentage. So that brought us up to 45% and change. And to my knowledge, there's nothing else we can do in this game right now to increase our in-game percentage other than this first Ken Rosenberg mission. So let's get to it. So first thing I want to point out about this cutscene is that we're going to see a grandfather clock behind Ken Rosenberg, and it's going to say something like 10:10 is the time, but it's actually like 4:35 p.m., something like that. Right there's the clock. So my best guess is it just always says 10:10. I'm going to talk over this and just about every other cutscene, but we'll watch the cutscene play out. You can read the subtitles at the bottom, and also if you want to watch the cutscene where you can actually hear the dialogue, check out the link in this video description. Near the bottom, there's a video by NRM Gaming, where they have basically like the movie of all of the cutscenes from Vice City, and they're actually timestamped in the first comment. So check it out. It's near the bottom of this video description. So this mission was unlocked by completing that Sonny Forelli cutscene mission called An Old Friend. And the basic idea of this mission is that we're just trying to get some information about what happened with that drug deal gone wrong in the very first video of this series. And so Ken has been invited to this party thrown by Colonel Cortez. Colonel Cortez is the one who set up that drug deal that went wrong. And so Ken's idea is that somebody should go to this party and start asking Cortez questions about what happened with the drug deal. As we've learned, Ken is not the bravest guy out there. He's a little bit neurotic, a little bit OCD, and kind of a scaredy cat. And so Tommy's going to go in his place. We're going to go to this party and start sniffing around to find out what happened at that drug deal. But Ken is not thrilled with our threads. He wants us to change clothes. And so this will also give us a brand new outfit to wear, the soiree outfit. Passing this mission requires us to go change our clothes over at Raphael's. That's what we're doing right now. Then we need to attend the party on the yacht, and then we need to bring Cortez's daughter, Mercedes, over to the Pole Position Club. Once we've passed this mission, we will be awarded with $100 and access to the soiree outfit anytime during the rest of the game. That's this snazzy looking outfit right here. And also access to Tommy's street outfit, so we could change back into his blue Hawaiian shirt. Passing this mission also unlocks the next Ken mission, which is called Back Alley Brawl. My general plan with these story mission videos is to pass the mission in a very vanilla way, and that's what I'm showing you right here. And then I will show you all of the fail states of the mission, and then I'll show you oddities or quirks that I was able to find about the mission, and then finally I'll wrap up by trying to succeed with some challenge that I've invented for myself for the mission. Now, I'm going to do my best to make this series informative and entertaining, but surely the series will benefit from feedback from you, the viewer. So if you see a fail state, if you know of a fail state that I didn't show off, put a note in the comments. If you know of any oddities or quirks that I don't mention, put a note in the comments. If you think of any challenges that would be interesting to do on any of these missions, put a note in the comments. Of course, your comments are going to come after I've already completed and released the video on a given mission, but I made a lot of videos in my GTA 3 True 100% Plus series based on challenges that came from the viewers, and I'd love to do more of that in this series. So for this and all future story mission videos, don't be shy about putting your thoughts in the comments. Reading from the wiki about this mission, the song that can be heard playing in the background during the boat party cutscene is Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. This song is featured on the in-game radio station Flash FM. There are lots of important characters introduced to us in this first story mission. Colonel Cortez, the guy here on the left, he again was the one that set up that drug deal that went bad, and so he is doing his own investigation to try to get to the bottom of it. We'll have a whole chain of missions coming from him later on. This is his daughter Mercedes showing us around. On the left, Alex Shrub, and in the middle, Candy Sucks. We'll take a picture of the two of them during the mission Martha's Mugshot. On the left, going to be Avery Carrington. He'll give us a bunch of missions. In the middle is going to be Donald Love, a major character from GTA 3, who is a younger, protege here of Avery Carrington. And on the right, but now in the middle, pro football player BJ Smith, who will give us a couple of asset missions once we purchase Sunshine Autos. Next up is Jez Torrent, who Mercedes describes as being an amphibian, which I think is an insult, but I've honestly never heard it used in this way before. Like, is she saying he's slimy like a frog or a toad? I'm not sure. Anyway, Jez Torrent is the lead singer of Love Fist. Love Fist will give us several missions later in the game, and also Jez Torrent is interviewed on K-Chat. Next is porn director Steve Scott. We'll get a bunch of missions from him over at the film studio. Lying down is Gonzalez, that's Cortez's right-hand man. He'll be featured in the mission Treacherous Swine, and then standing up in the suit is Pastor Richards of the Pastor Richards Salvation Statue Fund. I appreciate the reference to sharks here. The film director is talking about the movie Bite, which he is going to be filming during one of the cutscenes for a film studio mission. And also, if you walk around the film studio, which I'll do during my walking tour of Prawn Island video, we'll see actually some shark stuff happening. So it's pretty cool to have this reference here in this cutscene to the shark stuff happening over on the film studio. And finally, we see Ricardo Diaz. We will next see him at Guardian Angels in that mission. But apparently, Mercedes really does not want to talk to Ricardo Diaz, so she asks for a drive to the Pole Position Club. Can do. So again, this is me doing the vanilla passing of the mission. Very straightforward task. We just have to make our way over to the Pole Position Club and drive into the pink marker with Mercedes in tow. And we will pass. And again, that'll give us $100 and unlock the next Ken Rosenberg mission. GTA Failure doing a bang-up job of driving here during the mission that he says is trivial. So we will talk about a bunch of those characters we just met in due time. We'll read lots of details about them from the wiki. But for now, we'll just pass this mission. We'll see our $100 reward. And passing this mission also unlocks a couple of outfits for us. So the soiree outfit, which is the one that we're wearing right now, as well as the street outfit. So that's what it says there in the top left. Street outfit delivered to safe houses. Now I'll show you all of the fail states of this mission, beginning with getting busted, and then we will listen to our lawyer Ken plead our case.
Tommy Vercetti is an innocent man.
We are an innocent man, for sure. We've done nothing wrong. Now I will show you the trip skip cab. I don't know if this shows up every time you fail a mission. I'm honestly not sure. Let us know in the comments if you have details. Like, is it every time you get busted? You can always skip. But anyway, brings you right to the starting marker of the mission that you failed when you got busted. And getting busted is always a fail state, so I'm not going to show it to you every single mission video, but just wanted to show it off here. And also dying during a mission is, again, a consistent fail state. Dying when you're on a mission fails that mission every single time. So I won't show you me dying during every single mission, but because technically this is the first death in this save file, we get the little tutorial up in the top left corner. And now we'll show you another mission fail. In this case, if you kill Mercedes, you fail, unsurprisingly. You killed the Colonel's daughter. We did. Mission failed. And now I'm going to skip the drive back over to the Ken starting mission marker and take a look. I'm wearing the soiree outfit from my previous mission fail, but now look at me in this cutscene, changed back into the Hawaiian shirt. So yeah, this is just something that the game does because it would be silly if you were in the soiree outfit during that cutscene and then it said go over to Raphael's and change into the soiree outfit. So they have to change your clothing, but it is kind of abrupt the way in which they do that. I mentioned that I want to show every fail state of every mission. What I really want to show is every unique failed dialogue on the bottom of the screen. So I thought, how can I try to make it so that I get a different dialogue? Like, I need Mercedes to die, but not directly at my hands. So I figured if I could get her to get out of the vehicle and step into the water and die, then I would get a different message. But surprisingly, same message. I killed her. I have nothing to do with the fact that she never learned how to swim. That is not my fault. So then I did the mission again with a 4-star wanted level, and surprisingly, during the cutscene, the police helicopters were not visible up in the sky, even though they were clearly chasing me and after me right before I got into the pink marker that starts the cutscene over on the yacht. In any event, I need one of these officers to maybe improve their aim. These folks have to go back to their school, the police school, to get better at shooting. But eventually, we're going to get Mercedes to take enough damage from these bullets. I had nothing to do with Mercedes dying. I'm just standing here behind her, using her as a human shield. But again, not my fault. But still, we get the same message. You killed Mercedes. As far as I know, this line, you killed the colonel's daughter, is the only fail line that you can get other than dying or getting busted while on the mission. If you know of any other fail text besides this one, let us know in the comments and I'll see if I can show it off. Now let's listen carefully to these 3 lines that Mercedes has as soon as she gets into the limo.
Will you be working for my father?
Maybe.
Do you mind me resting my hand in your lap?
Maybe.
It's so difficult having a rich and powerful father. Vamos.
But when we get on a motorcycle, Mercedes omits one of those 3 lines.
Will you be working for my father?
Maybe.
It's so difficult having a rich and powerful father. Vamos.
As we heard, Mercedes omits the line about putting her hands on Tommy's lap if the 2 of them are on a motorcycle, which I guess makes sense. But with Mercedes in the back of a stretch limo, it really doesn't make sense for her to ask about resting her hand on our lap. Just for kicks, I put in the rain cheat code, which is cats and dogs, just before we start the party on the yacht, just to see if indeed the party is going to be held. And yes, it is. These folks are really committed to this party. Lightning, thunder, rain, or shine, it doesn't matter. This party is going to happen no matter what. So anyway, here are just a couple of clips of lightning strikes in the middle of everybody acting like it's all hunky-dory as the world collapses around them during this hurricane. So I had 2 challenges for myself in making this video and passing this mission, and the first challenge has to do with the soiree outfit. Now, if you start the mission and the game tells you, go hop into the soiree outfit and you don't, and you instead just go over to the yacht, the marker just won't be there, and you cannot proceed unless you put on the soiree outfit, which is what I'm doing here. So the question I had is it possible to go into the yacht and join that party without the soiree outfit? And so I started a new attempt at this mission here. I'm driving, after changing into the soiree outfit, driving to my favorite concrete pole in Vice City, possibly in the entire GTA universe. I don't know. And then I'll hop out of the bridge here, go into the news building, hop into the news helicopter, and fly over to the Hyman Safe House. Now, the Hyman Safe House will have nothing on it if you haven't purchased it yet. None of the weapons and not this street clothes icon. But because we purchased it, the street clothes icon actually works here. The street clothes icon is not supposed to be unlocked until after you have completed the party. And in fact, if you go over into your main safe house on the Eastern Island before completing the party, there will not be a street outfit in Tommy's bedroom. But they weren't expecting us to go over to the Western Island as early as we did, so we are currently at the party, but nobody's here. Some people show up to parties fashionably late. We are fashionably early, but just decided for kicks to walk around this yacht. I was kind of worried that there was like no hit detection on any of the railings, but turns out it's all good. You can walk all around here without fear of falling in the water, except in the front. The railings exist, but it's not all that steep, this hill, and so I almost walked right off. That would have been tragic. And so just exploring the yacht for kicks. It is the true 100% plus series after all. And then after we've had our fun on this yacht, we will go into the pink marker, which is waiting for us on the other side of that locked gate. I guess this is like the place where people board the yacht. That little gap right there. And now we'll make our way back upstairs and head up to the helicopter and see if we can start this party, even though we're not in the soiree outfit. And it's promising, the fact that that pink triangle is still there, right? Like when we got into the street outfit, the pink triangle didn't disappear. I was kind of concerned it would. What's down these stairs? Whole lot of nothing. Just a big black wall. Okay, so now let's head on over into the pink marker and see what happens. See if we can live the dream and just be comfortable in our iconic blue Hawaiian shirt, even though we're at a fancy schmancy party. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. Hey, look at us. Styling. Forget that soiree outfit. We are in the Hawaiian shirt. Actually, I think we could have worn something even less appropriate if we had gone into the laundromat on the Western Island and changed into like our purple tracksuit. That would have been awesome at this party. Okay, so no problems. My question has been answered. It is possible to attend the party wearing this Hawaiian shirt and jeans. Love it. So here we are at the end of the mission, again, wearing our awesome Hawaiian shirt. And we'll pass the mission as usual and still be in our Hawaiian shirt. And then we'll get the message up at the top that tells us we're welcome to change back into the street outfit. But we don't need that message. We just need the Hyman Kondo at this early point in the game. Super, super. So I'm going to cut out and drive back over to Raphael's, but I'm going to show you a statistic called the fashion budget. Currently, it's at $200 in this particular save file. Then every time you change outfits, a particular number gets added to the fashion budget based on which outfit you change into. When you change into the soiree outfit, $100 is added to the fashion budget. It was at $200. Now it's at $300. And now I've skipped the drive back to the Ocean Views safe house. We'll head upstairs, and in our bedroom, we will notice the street outfit exists where it did not exist before. This outfit was unlocked by passing the party. And now we'll show you the $300 fashion budget right there, same as before. And when you change into the street outfit, it's $50 added, not 100, but 50 for the street outfit, which brings us from $300 to $350. So now we're going to have some fun with the Know My Bike guy. So first we need a name for this guy. And there's some famous motorcycle scenes in the Terminator movies, like the early Terminator movies. So with Arnold Schwarzenegger riding on the motorcycle. So I'm going to call this guy Arnold from now on. So, ouch. So me and Arnold got off on the wrong foot here because he thought I was stealing his bike, but really I was just trying to get to know him, and he got to know me with the bottoms of his shoes because he kicked me in the face. So first question I had about Arnold is, does he follow the law when he rides off? And you can see he just ran that red light. I'm not going to shoot him. This is my new buddy here, and even though he drop kicked me, I'm not going to retaliate here. I want to become friends with Arnold. So he does not follow the law. But he also isn't acting like a super aggressive drunk driver, right? Like he's staying in the lane here. He's not speeding. He's just going through red lights calmly. And then the other question I had about Arnold is where does he go? You know, like in GTA 3, my GTA 3 series, I typically, so here he had to go in the other lane to get around those cars, but then right back to the middle of this lane, which is reasonable. So in my GTA 3 series, I ended up, kind of exploring the behavior of some NPCs for specific missions, and one of the main questions I had was, did they follow a random path or are they going somewhere specific? And so that's what I was asking Arnold here. You know, like we're just kind of out for this nighttime drive together, me and my new buddy. And I just wanted to know where does he go? Is he making random turns? Does he just drive forever and then disappear as soon as I lose sight of him? But then he went up on the curb and he stopped. And so I'm going to type in the regular speed cheat code. I did this drive in double speed. Arnold seems to have found his happy place right here on the sidewalk. So I'm going to get off or get him off of the bike and then see if he walks away, because sometimes NPCs just leave when you get them out of their happy place. But no, he is insistent on going back to his happy place. So we're going to play this kind of, like Three Stooges routine game here for a little while. And then I'm going to start driving his bike away just to see what happens. I just want to know, is he going to follow me? What if I knock him off from the other side of the bike? Is that going to get him out of his game? But does he follow me, or does he just kind of give up at some point and stand stationary, or does he give up and just kind of walk off into the distance? And so lots of questions that I expect you didn't have. So what if I punch him in the face? Does he retaliate? No. He is a man on a mission. He just wants to be on his bike in his happy place. And I'm giving him the kick to the face treatment just like he did with me. I get on, he knocks me off, but he doesn't drive off. He just stays here. And I have to respect the commitment that he has to being in this particular spot on this particular bike. So what if we move his bike, like 10 feet from his happy place? So he doesn't like that so much. And then he backs up right over me, which was kind of rude, and goes right back to his happy place. He's at a different angle. But he has found his Zen spot right here. Wasn't that some book like Zen on a motorcycle or something like that? Like the repairman's motorcycle book? I forget. But yeah, all right. So now he's given up. I think his bike is too far away. I punch him into the wall, and he is dead. So we're gonna try again. So here's a brand new attempt. I kind of blocked his typical path up on the sidewalk, but still he went right around me and found his happy spot. So yeah, this is where Arnold wants to be. I guess he will just spend the rest of his days right here. And in this case, we'll pick up his bike, move it about 20 feet away. He comes over, grabs it, and he's going to be quite intent on getting it back. Now he's turning to the right. Arnold's not the sharpest tool in the shed here. He could just go left. So anyway, he's trying to go right. Eventually, he realizes, oh, okay, left. There's two directions in the world. And then, yeah, right back. Doesn't matter if there's other NPCs there. He is just going home. Next, I borrowed Arnold's bike and slowly lured him further away from his happy place than he would normally like to be. And go ahead and place your bets. Where do you think Arnold is heading once he gets back on his bike? Yeah, there really wasn't much of a question, was there? He is headed back home. Okay, and the last thing we'll do in this attempt is we're going to take Arnold's bike and we're going to send it further than he would like it to be. So then he just stands there dumbfounded. He doesn't know what to do. Without his bike, he is completely lost in the world. Then I'll bring it back into his radius. And I don't know, maybe he just needs glasses because he can't see far enough. But anyway, once he recognizes his beautiful bike, he brings it right back home. I had a few more questions about the behavior of my new BFF Arnold. So first, what happens if I get too far away from him here at the beginning of the chase? At some point, does he stop chasing me? And yeah, same kind of deal as before. If you're outside of the radius, he gives up, but then getting back in the radius, he will drop kick you in the face. Boom. And then the next question I had is, what if I don't follow Arnold? Like, does he just blink out of existence once he's kind of outside of my draw radius? So I just waited here for 45 seconds, then we'll fast forward and skip the trip over to see if Arnold exists without me following him. And yeah, he's here. He's got no problem. He doesn't need me in his life at all. He's found his sweet spot. And yeah, he's doing good. Oh, he's not doing good. That was a misclick. Sorry, bud. Okay, last question I had. How committed is Arnold to getting onto his bike, even if his bike is a little bit on fire? So we're going to damage his bike a bunch. We're going to make it smoking, and then I'll get on his bike, which will draw him back to the bike. And then I'm going to quickly get off once I've got his attention. And then I'm going to shoot his bike real quick, catch it on fire. There's a police officer here who's interested in the science experiment we're conducting. Arnold gets on the bike, fire and all. He blinks out of existence at the same time his bike is destroyed. I think there's something poetic in this image. So now I think we're done playing with Arnold and it's time to move on to my actual challenge. So we're going to fast forward through the beginning parts of this mission. We've seen them a bunch of times already. But the challenge is to get Mercedes into a helicopter. And I know that I can do that by just going over to pick up a helicopter myself. Oh, hey, Arnold is back. Oh, he's not back. So I know I can pick up Mercedes in a helicopter myself by just bringing a helicopter over to the pier without her. But that isn't what I'm after. What I want to do is make it so that Mercedes is with me when I pick up one of these helicopters. So the main challenge is trying to get Mercedes to one of the islands, but again, the other islands are locked. So I had a couple of ideas here, and you might pause the video at this point and see if you can think of any way to get Mercedes over to one of the other islands where we can both get into a helicopter basically at the same time. One thought that I had was to take this bike into the film studio, which is currently locked, but you can do that unique jump to get into the film studio even though it's locked. And then just like I showed you in one of my earlier videos, you can maybe get your bike to go up the stairs in the film studio and perfectly land on the walls surrounding the film studio. And then from there you can bike along that wall and get across the bridge going over to the Western Island from Prawn Island. But that was very challenging for me to do when nobody else was on the bike, and it might be harder because the physics is different with another passenger on the bike. I thought maybe something with a packer, I thought maybe something with a boat, but the first thing I tried was this technique here where you use a bike to glitch onto Starfish Island. So I'm gonna push forward on the bike, hold backwards like the lean backwards button, and then when the front wheel of the bike touches the kind of yellowish concrete structure that's holding the gate here, that's when I get off the bike with the F key. And so failed the first time, fell off the bike the second time. But I was a little bit confused. I don't know if you can see here why I'm confused, but I'm kind of spinning the camera around and looking for my friend Mercedes, who's not here. And so I'm wondering, maybe did she teleport through this? Like I thought I was going to teleport through the gate. I'm going to move over a little bit because we can't see anything here, but I zoom in, and right there on the corner is this person standing still, and I think that's our girl. So she has figured out how to do this glitch. It took me a couple of attempts, but now that I'm by myself, let's see if we can get this first try. Come on, nailed it. Oh, hey Mercedes, how you been? So she seems wholly unaffected by the fact that she just like warped through time and space to get through that gate and land on that corner. And so the rest of this is actually quite straightforward, other than the fact that Mercedes is an idiot in terms of following me. What are you doing? What are you doing? The entrance to the stairs is like 3 feet to your right. So anyway, I know a lot of people make fun of Lance Vance for not being able to follow Tommy. Where did she go? Are you kidding me? What? So Lance Vance is not the only one who has trouble following. Oh, there she is. Okay, so let's try this again. Should be straightforward once we can get her over to the Sea Sparrow. Recall that after we collected 80 hidden packages, we got this reward of a Sea Sparrow here. It's kind of an odd placement for a reward for us, but it will make more sense once we actually claim this mansion as our own. But the game clearly wasn't expecting us to have 80 packages at this early point before the mansion is ours. Take a listen to the line that Mercedes uses when she gets into the Sea Sparrow here. Recall that we got here on a motorcycle, so she didn't get to say her standard line about the lap.
Like gravy, baby. Have you ever eaten?
You mind me resting my hand in your lap?
Maybe.
So she has been holding on to that line the whole time. She didn't get to say it, but it was in memory, in the game's memory, and now she got to say it. What I wanted to do was have this epic drop out of this helicopter and into the mission marker. Listen to when Mercedes opens her door. Yeah, she waited until we were safely on the ground. I plummeted like 60 feet and managed to survive falling through the spinning helicopter blades. She just waited until she was safely on the ground before opening the door and getting out. Why was that? Why didn't she get out? I thought as soon as I got out of a vehicle, she immediately got out, like a half second later. Anyway, I guess she's smarter than I give her credit for. So here we go, ending this first mission in a Sea Sparrow, landing in that pink marker. Standard stuff.
See you around, handsome.
Now we'll collect our $100 reward for the last time, and we will officially unlock the street outfit over in our safe house, and also the soiree outfit right outside of Raphael's. So we're going to save our game. I just want to show you one last thing with the soiree outfit here. So we'll fly north, heading towards the L marker on the map, which again is the only mission available to us at this moment. So our next video will be the next Ken mission. Remember L for lawyer, that's the icon. But I do want to just show you one thing before we save our game over by that L icon. And it has to do with our fashion budget. Recall every time you walk into one of these clothing outfits, your fashion budget increases by a specific number based on the particular item of clothing. Currently, we're at $150. We're in the soiree outfit. We walk into the soiree outfit icon. Our outfit doesn't change, obviously, but still the $100 gets added to the fashion budget, regardless of whether or not you are actually changing outfits. So the soiree outfit always adds $100 to the fashion budget. The street outfit always adds $50 to the fashion budget. I thought that the outfits always reduced your wanted level to 0, but actually one of my commenters corrected me. Turtail Juegos wrote, the clothes pickup only works to remove a 1 or 2 star wanted level. If your wanted level is higher, then the clothes pickup won't do anything. So thank you for the information there, Turtail Juegos. If you have anything to say about the party, let us know in the comments. Did I miss any of the fail states? Do you have any cool challenges you think would be interesting to try? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.